Well, there are brownies and then there are extreme brownies. Our next guest believes brownies shouldn't just look great, but taste great and have texture. Pastry Chef Connie Weis came up with 50 recipes in her book, Extreme Brownies, and she's with us today to show us just how to make one of her very own concoctions and creations. And these look delicious. I don't know which one I want to bite into first, but how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. You're from my neck of the woods.
Virginia Beach?
Yeah.
And you're from Hampton?
I'm from Hampton, 757. All right, so what are you making today?
Okay, today we're going to finish off this brownie. And this is, I call it the Harlequin truffle brownie.
Now, why truffle?
Well, in France, a truffle originally was just ganache, and they didn't even make it real round. They wanted to simulate a truffle that they dug up, a mushroom truffle from the Périgord region, usually.
Okay.
But so this has a ganache top and cocoa powder. So the original truffle was a ganache rolled with cocoa powder.
So this is like the chocolate lover's truffle, is what you're telling me.
Yes. But we're going to decorate it in this Harlequin pattern. But as you can see, you can take stencils. You can do anything you want with it.
You have a lot of patience to do this.
Yeah, I have no life.
No, your life is brownies, and you've done some very intricate work here. How hard is it to do this Harlequin pattern?
We're going to do it right now.
Okay, and that's one of the things the book is about.
Yeah.
Not just 50 wild and crazy recipes that you've put together, but how easy it is to do at home.
Right, and I give really clear, concise directions.
You do.
I have a brownie business, and my biggest fear was that my customers would buy my book and come to me and say, look, I made this, and it turned out nothing, like that.
Right.
And I get just the opposite reaction.
Well, you are very detailed in the book, down to what kind of saucepan to use.
Yes, well, in baking, it's all about eliminating the variables to screw it up. So,
okay.
I tell you exactly what ingredients I use, what equipment to use. I try to take those variables out so that you will end up with the same results that I do.
Okay.
And people do.
All right, well, let's get going. Let's do this Harlequin top here. You also use a lot of organic stuff, too, don't you?
I try to. I try to use the best ingredients I can get my hands on.
All right.
Okay, so...
This is cocoa powder?
Yes, I'll let you do this. So what you want to do is dust through this strainer.
All right, take
all over the top of that.
All over the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
And...
Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah. There's nothing, like Bob Ross said, there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong? Nothing wrong when it comes to chocolate. Okay.
Right.
All right, so I got my ganache here.
Okay, and we're just going to, I'm just going to...
Dust it off?
Right, and at home I would do this on parchment paper so that, and then return this back to the bowl.
Okay.
Okay, so then what you do is you take a knife. You can use a 6-inch chef's knife. A paring knife is a little bit too small. And you just want to score it in quarter inches. Right.
Okay,
Go
quarter
ahead.
inches. All right, and while I'm doing this, again, I wanted to ask you this because in D.C., people like to use different kind of herbs in their brownies, and I was wondering if you've ever made, a particular brownie with some herbs in it, and if so, is there a secret to not drying them out? Inquiring
well,
minds want to know.
I haven't, in Virginia Beach, we don't have that option yet.
Okay.
But I'm dying to get my hands on it to do it, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grind it up and replace some of the flour with it.
Okay.
But I did, a friend of mine brought me back one from Colorado.
Okay.
And it was pretty much inedible.
So we need to get...
So I figured that when those floodgates open...
You're going to try it out. All right, Connie Weis. Extreme Brownies, 50 recipes for you to try at home. They're real easy to do. This is the Harlequin pattern. This was mine. I just did it, and I hope it's going to be a tasty treat. Jackie Jares, I promise to give you a taste as soon as you get through with the weather.